Looking for some tips to improve your surfing? Here's 5 simple things every surfer should know. Hi guys, Chris from Stoked Travel here, or welcome back to the channel. Now before I get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any video goodness. Now if you're learning to surf and you're looking for some quick tips to help improve your surfing, don't worry, I've got your back. After 5 years of surf coaching all around the world, here are 5 simple tips that are going to improve your surfing and help you have heaps more fun in the ocean. So yeah, let's jump straight in. Okay, so tip number 1 is by far my favorite tip, and while I was surf coaching, this is the thing I reiterate the most to my surf students. And if you're learning surf and just getting started, it's definitely the one that's going to help the most, and that's 3 more paddles. So everyone has that kind of inkling when that wave starts to push them, they want to get up straight away. Don't do that. Take a second, take a little pause, take 3 more really big, deep paddle powers, and then start your pop technique. This is going to help you get into that wave that little bit better. It's going to make sure you've generated enough speed to get up and riding, and it's just going to make everything more stable and kind of really kick off the start of your wave. So yeah, tip number 1, 3 more paddles. So tip number 2 is going to seem like one of the most obvious, but is also the foundations of all your surfing and your progression moving forward, and that's nailing your pop. If you get this basic part of surfing right and you get it right early on in your surf kind of progression, it's really going to help you progress a lot faster. It's going to give you a lot more stability, speed, and control. So yeah, it's also one of the easiest to practice too. You can practice on dry land even if you're not on the beach or there's no surf. So kind of look into your technique, really break it down and take the time to learn this properly. So yeah, tip number 2, nail that pop. So tip number 3, look up. One of the things I noticed really quickly when I was teaching people to surf is a lot of people love to look at their feet. And one of the basic rules of surfing is where you look, you'll end up. So if you end up looking down, you're going to fall off. Also, if you look up when you take those last kind of paddles and you're looking towards the beach before you pop, it's really going to help open up a lot of space between your chest and the board, and it's going to make your pop that much easier to complete. Moving forward in your progression as well is when you want to turn, you want to look where you're going. Look left if you want to go left, look right if you want to go right. It's really going to start the momentum of your turns. And when you kind of turn your head, your shoulders are going to follow and then your hips are going to follow, and that's going to provide the basis of all your turning techniques as well. Looking up also means looking around as well. If you're kind of dropping into a wave, you want to make sure that there's no one already on the wave. You want to be aware of other people in the lineup, so don't just look at your feet. So yeah, tip number 3, look up. Okay, so tip number 4 is important whether you're a beginner surfer, learning to surf, or an experienced surfer, and that's picking the right board. Yeah, getting the right board under your feet is going to make a huge difference to your surfing, whether you're starting out or you're an experienced surfer. When you're starting out, getting something like a soft up underneath you or something with a lot of volume and length, like an 8-foot kind of mini mal, is a really good go-to board for learning to surf. It's just going to help move things forward and really limit that kind of learning curve. Moving further forward as well, picking the right board for the conditions and the beach. So if you've got punchy beach breaks, something a bit more shortboarding might be a bit more kind of suitable. Or if you're on a long point break, you might want to take a long board. And again, depending on that surf and what you're looking to do, the board is going to make a massive difference as well. So if you want a nice cruisy surf session, something like a mal, a longboard, or a mid-length is going to be really good. Or if you're really looking to push those turns, something with a bit more of a pulled in tail, kind of a thruster setup, it's going to definitely help you progress that much faster. If you are starting out and looking for your first surfboard, make sure you check out the link in the description below. It's my full beginner surfboard guide. And there's also a link in the description to my full surfboard shapes guide as well, which is really going to help you pick the right board for you. So yeah, tip number 4, make sure you get the right board. And my final tip, tip number 5, get in the water as much as you can. Again, this might seem really obvious, but the more time you spend in the water, the better at surfing you're going to get and the quicker you're going to progress. At the beginning of learning to surf, the aim of the game is just to catch as many waves as possible, whether that's sitting out back or in the white water. The more times you're practicing skills like popping, turning, and paddling, the quicker you're going to progress and the better you're going to get. And of course, as a result of that, you're going to have more fun too. So yeah, tip number 5, get in the water as much as you can, no matter what the conditions. Keep safe, but get in the water and practice, practice, practice. And there you have it, guys. That's 5 simple tips to help improve your surfing. Now, if you are getting into surfing and you need some help with equipment, technique, or where to go and learn to surf, make sure you check out the link in the description below to all of my surf guides, and check out the rest of my YouTube channel for heaps of other video tutorials, reviews, and other helpful videos. That's it for this week, guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next week. You!